It snowed today, so we're gonna do a little barbecuing. Okay, we got some charcoal lighting right now. What we're gonna do is use our 14-inch Weber Smokey Mountain, and we're gonna smoke a real small picnic roast, pork picnic roast. I think it's a pretty similar cut to the pork shoulder. It's just a lot smaller, and I think it's either just below or just above the what most people the shoulder that you're probably thinking of. It's just either right above or below it. It's basically the same cut, pretty much. It's just a lot smaller, so it's not going to take as long to cook. So we've got our smoker filled up with some charcoal. Not a ton, because I don't think this is going to take a real long time to cook. I'll give you a little peek here, show you the setup. So we've got, normally if we were doing a regular pork shoulder, pork butt, we would want to fill this charcoal ring up all the way or even overflowing with unlit charcoal, and that's going to allow us to burn. It's going to allow it to slow burn for a long time. In this case, we're going to do a charcoal basket like this filled with, it's probably filled halfway, maybe not even halfway, and then we're going to dump about, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 lit charcoal briquettes on top, and allow that those lit charcoal briquettes to slowly burn the unlit charcoal throughout the entire cook. And for wood, we placed a few hickory chunks, and I tried to place them underneath some of the charcoal as much as possible, which will, because the goal there is to allow them to slowly smolder rather than just ignite and give off just a bunch of dirty white smoke, they would call that. So here's the unlit, or the lit charcoal. It's about ready, so we're just gonna dump that on there. We've got the pit, the midsection, topped with freshly fallen snow. So we're gonna let that warm up for a couple minutes, and we'll be right out with the picnic roast. Okay, so we've got that on. I don't think this is gonna take a long time, hopefully, but we're about to see. It's only like 2.5 pounds, so it's really small. Whereas your typical pork shoulder is gonna take a lot longer, but they're also 7 to 10 pounds normally, somewhere around there. So we've shut down. We've closed our dampers a little bit to try to keep this thing low and slow. We've got our wood in there. I did not use any water in the water pan. I normally don't do that. What else? I think that's about it. We'll just check it here after a while. We're working from home today, right inside the door, so we'll be able to run out here and easily check on it if we need to. and we will catch you later. Okay, so here we are. It's probably been about almost 3 hours. It's been about 2 hours and 45 minutes. It looks like the fire is still it's still right above 200. So it looks like it might be starting to go down. We're gonna just check it real quick because it's almost dinner time. Let's see what we got here. So it's it's reading only 143 right there. So we're not done yet. So I think, let me just take a look at our fire. Yeah, we're not done yet. So let me just take a look at the fire here. See if there's any way we can stoke it. It's looking pretty bare down there. So I'm thinking, okay. Here's the thing. All right, here's the thing. It's Saucy Nuggs Barbecue. All right, here's the thing. It's Saucy Nuggs Barbecue. Things don't always go as planned. Today's gonna be one of those days. So I think, just in the interest of time, because we need to eat dinner, this is gonna need to go a little longer, okay? And I'm gonna have to add, normally I would have to add charcoal, but I'm out of charcoal. I thought I had just enough to do this cook, and I don't. So I'm gonna have to go nuke this in the oven for the last little bit of the cook, which will be fine, I think, because I think at this point we've already got our smoke flavor in there as much as it's going to be. So we're just gonna go zap this in the oven for the to get it up to where we want, so that we can probably eat dinner in 20 or 30 minutes. So let me go get a plate. All right, so this one went a little sideways. I think the problem was that this cook was sprung on me here pretty last minute. She asked me to do this last night, so I didn't have a chance. I thought out the picnic roast as much as I could. I don't think it thawed completely though, and I think that's why it took so long in the center. Because I brought I brought it in the house and nuked it in the oven for a little bit, and it took a while to get done. But now it is done. So this one, I wouldn't say it went south. We'll just say it went west. Whatever the case, it is not done. Give you a little. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to do a lot of this one-handed. I certainly can't cut it up or pull it one-handed. But I wrapped it in foil just so that it wouldn't burn anymore. Where are we at? So there we are. We've got a smoked picnic roast. Took a little longer than anticipated, ran out of charcoal, and I think it just didn't thaw completely. So I will go ahead and pull it or cut it, see what we got. I will give you the final shot. Okay, there's the finished product. Not a huge yield. Put the fork up there for scale. Not a huge yield, but we're talking about a 2.5 pound picnic roast. So looks like a pork butt. Let's try it out here. Tastes like a pork butt, really good. So if you're not cooking for too many people, a small picnic roast would be maybe a good alternative, and a cheaper alternative to a full-sized pork shoulder. It's basically the same thing. And again, this one I think I just didn't thaw out enough because I didn't know I was doing it until last night. So I think it just took a little longer. Plus I Thought I had enough charcoal to last the WSM. I did not. So that is how things go with the Saucy Nuggs. Sometimes things go west. Sometimes things go south. Today it just went west, thank God. But some people need to eat, so we gotta go.